This government will have integrity, professionalism, and accountability.
This government really is a piece of crap. It's confirmed it's actually going to launch a legal challenge over the COVID inquiry's demand for WhatsApp messages and documents.
This government will have integrity.
Government officials missed a 4 o'clock deadline to disclose messages between Boris Johnson and his advisors during the pandemic, as well as his diaries and notebooks.
Integrity.
On Wednesday, Mr Johnson said he'd handed over all the material requested by the inquiry to the Cabinet Office. He's urged the Cabinet Office to submit it to the inquiry in full without redactions, adding that he would do so himself if asked.
Professionalism.
Sunak's government has refused to disclose some of the material, arguing it's not relevant to the inquiry's work. But the inquiry's boss rightly says deciding what is relevant should be her job. Crossbench peer Baroness Howlett, the inquiry chairwoman, quite correctly says she needs to see the messages to see if they're relevant to the inquiry's investigation into how the government handled the pandemic.
And accountability.
But the government says handing over the requested material would undermine ministers' right to privacy when discussing policy matters. So what's the government got to hide?
So one of my first jobs is to try and restore trust in government. And that starts with being honest with people.
The Cabinet Office, which is taking the lead for the government, says it will apply for a judicial review. That means a judge will decide whether the inquiry has overreached its legal powers to demand evidence.
Now, when it comes to restoring trust, for me, that starts with honesty.
So as I said at the beginning, this government really is a piece of crap.